Hey guys, whoa. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was on the Chanel site the other day and under new arrivals, they had this category called new eye makeup. No fancy collection name, no fancy French word, just new eye makeup. So anyway, I clicked there and in fact, they had some new eye makeup. So I placed an order and it just arrived. And I thought I would just go ahead and film a first impressions for you because I'm leaving Wednesday for New York for about a week and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. And even though I prefer doing a more in-depth review on new products for you, I figured this could be just as fun. So if you're interested in some new Chanel eye makeup, then just keep on watching. Okie dokie. So I don't know if you guys have ever ordered from the Chanel.com site, but their mailing boxes are so handy. They have this like perforated tab that you can just rip open, and there's Chanel on the inside lid, and then it always is sent in this beautiful gift box. So I love ordering from the Chanel site. It always makes me feel so special. Inside the Chanel box, there is like a faux wax seal sticker there, which I will barbarically rip open now. And then all of your products are sitting inside like paper grass. So let me just take all this stuff out and I'll talk about what I got and what I passed on because there were quite a few things that I decided not to get. So I believe they came out with a new mascara base and maybe a new mascara. I'm not sure. I'm not that well versed in Chanel mascaras. I only know about that La Volume de Chanel. So anyway, there is, I believe, a new mascara base and a new mascara, which I did not purchase. But they also did come out with a new lid primer. So an eyeshadow primer, which I did get. So we're gonna play with that today. I'm not gonna attempt the French word. It is called the Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. So I got that. And then they also came out with two new colors in the Ombre Premier Longwear Powder Eyeshadows. And I got one of the colors. I got the Bleu Céline, I think is how you pronounce it. The other color is like a gold color, which as much as I like gold and gold eyeshadow, I have plenty of it. So I passed on that. And then they came out with these eyeshadow liner Kohl sticks. And there are 4 different colors. I got all 4 of them, so we'll play with those, but they basically look like a chubby crayon. And then they came out with 2 new Ombre Premier Longwear Cream eyeshadows. I got both. One is like a mossy green, and one is like a flesh, peachy, beigey color. At least that's what it looks like online. We will see, but I have those 2 here. And then they came out with 2 new eyeshadow quads. I only got one. One had like a very blue, green, peachy feel to it. I didn't think I was going to wear that too much, but I got the one that has more of like the burgundy, brown, peachy colors in there. So anyway, we'll take a look at that as well. And that is it. So those are the things that were part of this new eye makeup collection. I guess the first thing to talk about would be the eyeshadow primer. I feel like I go through phases when it comes to eyeshadow primer. Sometimes I use them religiously and then sometimes I just don't feel like including that step. But when I saw this on the site, I was really, really intrigued. So this is what it looks like. It actually looks like it's in one of the lip gloss packages. There's a frosted case, a white cap, the CC's on the top there. I have most of my makeup on. I have foundation, concealer, powder, eyebrow, blush, highlighter, contour, bronzer, all that stuff. I just didn't put on any eye makeup. So I do have a bit of concealer and powder down around my eyes. So we'll see how this acts over that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. There is a doe foot applicator. I don't think I smell anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap that right onto my lid. Now let's see how this feels. The texture is very, it's not very thick, it's not very thin, it's just right, it's right in the middle. It doesn't feel tacky, it's not one of those sticky primers, it's definitely more of like a silicone, kind of like super smooth primer, which I happen to like a little bit more than the tackier primers. The tackier primers I do think keep your eyeshadow on longer, for obvious reasons, but I feel like it makes application of eyeshadow a little bit tricky because it is so tacky. It kind of sticks to your eyeshadow, makes it hard to blend. So I like these more slick, slippery primers that kind of help the blending of eyeshadows. So hopefully this will work out nicely. So far, so good. I'm just gonna put it on my other eyelid. There doesn't seem to be any tint to this primer. I don't think it's doing any kind of color correcting or concealing or anything like that. I think it really is just to smooth out your eyelids, which, wow, now that I'm kind of feeling my eyelid, now that it's dried down completely, it is very, very smooth. So we have a lot of eye options here. I obviously won't be able to put all of it on my eyes. So let me show you the Ombre Premier Longwear Powder Eyeshadow that I purchased. This is in number 44, Blue Celine. And I don't think I'll be using this today. We'll see. But this is the one that comes in the like little compact with the gold emblem. And here is the shade. It's a really pretty blue gray color. And there is a swatch of it on my arm. That is nice. I really like that kind of steely blue color. And then next, let me show you the two Ombre Premier cream eyeshadows that I got. One is in Ultra Flesh. And then the other one is in Vert Metal or Vert Metal. And this one is kind of a green color. So here is Vert Metal. And here's a finger swatch of that one. Very cool toned green color. I really like it. And here is Ultra Flesh, another Ombre Premier formula. Here's a finger swatch. And there's a swatch of it. Really beautiful peach color with just a bit of a satin sheen. I think I mentioned this when I talked about the Melt Gemini palette, but I had been watching Makeup Struggles, who's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she was talking about like ill-timed palette or eyeshadow releases or even makeup releases in general. And she was talking about how that palette just seems so autumnal and perfect for the fall-winter seasons, and she didn't get why they were, you know, releasing it in the spring summertime. Anyway, I kind of had the same feeling when I saw this Chanel collection, because so many of the colors have this kind of like feel to them, but maybe that's the eyeshadow trend for spring summer. I had the same thought when I saw the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I looked at it and I was like, oh, these are beautiful colors. And then I thought, wow, these are really dark. I'm like, really dark shadows are coming out for the spring summertime. There's definitely the fair share of those like pastel colors coming out as well, but really a lot of like dark, sultry kind of eyeshadow palettes are coming out. So I don't know, maybe that is the trend. So here is the quad that I purchased. It's in 304 Mystère et Intensité. And here is the quad. And again, as you could see, kind of darker, more dramatic colors, maybe except for this peachy color. But the rest are, I don't know, to me, very kind of fall-like. But let's go ahead and swatch these. Here are the 4 colors from the palette. And there are the 4 swatches. Really pretty. The peachy color and the Ultra Flesh are very, very similar. All of the colors actually have a really nice satin finish. None of these are matte. They all just have like a really nice satin finish. And then the Stylo Ombre Et Contour, I believe, is a completely brand new product altogether. These are those eyeshadow, liner, and Kohl all-in-one kind of chubby eye pencils. So again, I got all 4 of the new colors that they released. So the first color that I got is 02 Bleu Nuit, and this is what the pencil looks like. It has a click cap, which makes me very, very happy. It's not one that just sort of sits on top of the barrel. It actually clicks on. And here is what the pencil looks like. So there's a twisting mechanism here that brings the pencil up and down. And that's it. I wasn't sure if maybe this pulled out and there was like a sharpener or something. I don't think so. So this just twists the pencil up and down. So here's the first color. Ooh. That's nice. Let me blend that out so you can see the real blue there. The next color I got is 04 Electric Brown. Here's what Electric Brown looks like. Here's a swatch of that. That looks to have a little bit of metallic in there. So the next color I got is 6 Nude Eclat. And here is Nude Eclat. This is going to be hard to see on my skin tone, but it has a nice shimmery finish to it. I would almost describe this as like a pinky champagne color. And then last but not least is color 08, and this is Rouge Noir. Here is Rouge Noir, and funny enough, I'm actually wearing Chanel's Rouge Noir on my nails right now. So Rouge Noir is an extremely, extremely dark purple color. Like a grape purple, not like a burgundy color. All right, so let me wipe these swatches off before I get them everywhere. And we can also see the Stylos are definitely a little long lasting. They're not coming off very easily here. I would say the quad shadows came off the easiest, and the Stylos are giving me a hard time. So I think what I'm going to use are the Stylos kind of as a base, and then I'm going to use the quad on top. So I'm going to use the Rouge Noir. That's not it. Of the Rouge Noir, which is that really dark, dark purpley. I'm very curious to see how easily these blend. Like, I want to know if these are like a Black Terry Ombre Black Star, or if these are like maybe like the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. Very curious. All right, so I have my Sonia G Worker 2 brush, which I'm going to use, I think, planning on using to blend out one of these Stylos. So I'm going in again with Rouge Noir, and I'm just going to start on the outer corner here. Paint a little bit. And again, I already have that primer down, so I'm hoping that will help me blend. And blend this out a bit. I don't think that blended very easily, I have to say. Add a little bit here. I think maybe these are better just as like an eyeliner that ends up getting smudged out a little bit, but maybe not so much as like a cream shadow stick. Let's see. Maybe I need a firmer brush. I'm going to take my Sonia G Builder 2 brush. This is a much denser brush that I think can move product around a little bit more. And I'm hoping to be able to smudge this out. I may have waited too long though. Okay, I like that as like a smudgy eyeliner. Maybe in terms of a smudgy eyeshadow, what I should do is maybe put some onto the brush first and then apply it. Let's try that. So I'm just running my brush just gently over this crayon because it is pretty soft and I definitely picked up some product. Let's try adding some dimension here. Oh, pretty. I think that worked better. I also think this is one of those products that when you're trying to blend out and it's not really blending out that easily, I tend to add a little bit more pressure in hopes to blend it out. But I feel like if I ease up on the pressure a little bit and I just let the bristles kind of brush over it, it blends out better. It may take a little bit more time, but I feel like it blends the product out better in a more like smoky way. If I put too much pressure on, I feel like I was just moving it around a bit and it was kind of looking like it was skipping. So that is my guess, that you really just want to kind of use your brush and just sort of like really, really gently like rub it over the area, and that seems to move the product around and blend it out nicely. I'm just going to line my lower lash line, see how this works under there. So let's see if I can duplicate that on my other eye. That's my one issue when I just play with makeup. I just kind of start playing and I'm like, what did I do? How did I do that? Let's see if I can do it again. Now I'm going to brush some over my Worker 2 again. Try that out one more time. That seemed to work. That's how much product I have. And I do think you want to work quickly with this product too. If you do want to soften it up and blend it out, it does seem to set fairly quickly. And lighter pressure is definitely working much better than, you know, really kind of using too much pressure in hopes to blend it out. Well, that side was much easier. And then let me go ahead and line my lower lash line. I'm going to put some into my waterline here. That was kind of like a one-stop shop too. I feel like I just did a pretty easy, simple, smoky eye. So that's pretty cool. But I do want to use the quad. So let's dig into this quad. Again, here is what it looks like. And I think I'm going to try and use this more raspberry purple shade like on the center of my lid. Just kind of blend that dark purple Stylo shade out, the Rouge Noir. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hakuhodo J5523. I'm just going to dip it lightly into the pan here. Pick up that much product and place it on the center of my lid and then blend just by going back and forth. That's nice. And then I'm going to use the peachy shade right here and put that kind of on the inner portion of my lids and maybe around my brow bone. It may be too dark for that, but we'll see. I'm going to grab my Surratt, I forget what he calls these. They're not the smoky eye brushes. Those have the round ferrule. Anyway, these are his eye brushes that have the pinched ferrule. Going into that peach shade and just going to place that in the inside here and blend that over the more raspberry purpley shade. There's a slight little ombre effect there. I think that color is too dark though for any kind of like brow bone highlights, so I'm not going to use it for that. But I do want to try this brown shade. I want to use it very, very lightly just to kind of blend out the top edge of the eyeshadow here. And I'm going to use, this is actually new to me, this is the new Hakuhodo Z11 shader brush. And I just like the shape of the top there. It's very, very domed. There's no like point to it. And I like that for doing a very soft blend. So I'm just going to dip this into the brown color. I'm going to run it over my arm, make sure there's not too much. I'm not sure I like that brown to blend. I feel like it got a little muddy looking. And last but not least, I'm going to use my Smudger One brush. I'm going to go into this super dark, deep black color and line my lower lash line. All right, there is my look. I really like this like peach to purple gradient there. I think that looks really cool. So I'm just running my finger over this dark corner part where I just had the Stylo down. Seems like I'm not picking up any product on my finger. So I think once this sets, I think it doesn't budge. So I'm liking these. I think if you get like the three darker colors, the blue Nuit, the electric brown, and the Rouge Noir, these three colors, I think you can do a really quick smoky eye. I think that worked out really, really nicely. And I liked putting it onto my brush, as you saw, but I think it's maybe because I wasn't working quickly enough. So I do think that these set down maybe on the quicker side. I think maybe you should do one eye at a time. And then this one I will just have to use over the next couple of days. But this is the more nude peachy color, the Nude Eclat. And I want to use this as like an all over kind of lid shade. Maybe use it as a base. So that's really nice. The eyeshadow primer I think is fine. I don't think that it interfered with the application. I'm not sure if it made the application any easier. I'm thinking with these pencils that it probably did, only because they dry down, they're, you know, of a thick formula, and it takes a little bit for them to blend out. And without the super smoothing effect of the eyeshadow primer, I bet it probably would have been a little bit harder to blend out. I think the eyeshadows are really nice. I think that they performed really well, the ones in the quad. And then I didn't get a chance to use the Premier shadows, either the cream or the powder, but I have a lot in both of those formulas and I love them. I don't feel like I need to test them out, but I do want to play with these colors. So maybe when I'm back from New York, we can kind of revisit this collection and maybe I can do more of like a blue-green look, because I feel like they have like peachy purple and then they have blue-green in this collection. And I would really like to play around with the blue-green colors in here. So let me finish off my look with a Chanel lip color. This is Rouge Coco Shine in the color 96 Aura. And this is like a dark berry color, but it is their kind of clear, balmy formula. So there is Rouge Coco Shine in Aura. So I totally forgot to put lipstick on before I finished filming, so I went back and filmed that lipstick part. So that's why I don't have lipstick on in this part. Sorry. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please comment down below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.